My name's Ashlyn Lincoln, and I did 4 months of one-on-one coaching with Brooke in 2020. Even now, reflecting on that transformation just blows my mind. And what blows my mind even more about the transformation I had during those 4 months with Brooke is when I sit back and reflect on the impact and the flow-on effect that it's had in all areas of my life since we finished. I can put my hand on my heart and say it is honestly the best investment I ever made in myself, hands down. Before I started with Brooke, I had kind of been going through most of my 20s feeling really lost, really overwhelmed by life and the gazillion possibilities and options I had and couldn't seem to pick between in terms of career. I struggled with really extreme perfectionism, so hung up on what other people thought of me without actually consciously being aware of that, even though I thought I knew myself pretty well beforehand. And yeah, just a lot of scatter and just feeling like I was capable of so much and knew what I had in me, and yet felt like I was just living on the sideline of my own life. And pretty early on, it just felt like Brooke understood me, and it was so incredible to feel that way. Just, she really, really got me. She understood my inner workings, and she called me out on things in a way that was really direct and brutally honest, but just she still had held so much space and was so empathetic that it really fostered this environment where I could trace back my patterns through early childhood, through the rest of my life, and really get to the bottom of a lot of my inner child stuff, but still in a way that didn't actually reignite any trauma, which is so important when you're doing that kind of work. I think even though I had already had a really solid meditation and journaling practice before I started with Brooke, having that one-on-one coach and having someone there to keep me accountable, to keep checking in, to actually have someone to really bounce a lot of this stuff off that isn't like a friend or a family member was so helpful. The clarity I gained with each week that progressed, the confidence I was gaining. I'd always been pretty good at tuning into my intuition, but just Brooke helped me really take action on that intuition. I was having some really stressful and life-changing relationship shifts at the time too. I honestly don't know how I would have gotten through and healed as kind of, I'm not going to say linearly because that stuff's never linear, but the process of healing those wounds throughout those relationship shifts would have taken God knows how much longer if I didn't have Brooke there supporting me through that. So I'm eternally grateful for that too. And ultimately, she just really facilitated this entirely new trajectory of my life that just feels so aligned, so authentic. And she just made me realize that I too can actually become a coach, because it was something that had always been in the background. You know, I'd grown up with a dad who was very into having a coach, but I just had this idea and belief in my head that who are you to be a coach? Like, you're only in your late 20s, you've got no, experience. You need to live first and really experience stuff first. And then, people are going to take you more seriously when you're maybe in your late 30s. She just helped me carve through all of those self-limiting beliefs. And, it's just so special the way she was able to do that. So thank you so much, Brooke. You literally did change my life. I'm so grateful for you.